Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Relishing Dead podcast, where we devour everything in the TWD universe. I'm Dawn.
I'm Carol.
I'm Barb.
And Elisa will be back in a minute, but we have a special guest tonight, the one and only Michael Wilson, a.k.a. Mick Grimes. Welcome, Michael.
How y'all doing tonight?
Whoop, whoop.
We're so
excited. My favorite girls. Look at you.
We got Mick Daddy Grimes with us.
That's right. So, how did all this start, Michael, of you becoming the story? I know the story, but the viewers might not know the story of you becoming Mick Grimes.
Well, and I got real sick, and I was we were in and out of the hospital. I had some. It was what?
2015.
2015. It was like I had some intestinal issues because I had diverticulitis like multiple times. And so they had to take out some of my intestine. And it was a really bad surgery. I actually woke up with a bag on my side that wasn't supposed to be there, and had to wear that for like, I don't know, it was about 6 months. Yeah. And she helps me because my memory's gone a little bit, but about that. But it's like I kept going in and out, and I grew my hair got long, and the beard and all that good stuff. And
with your son,
with my son, and I was fixing to do that, and he said, shave your beard. It's don't shave your beard. It's no shave November, So I was like, okay, whatever. I won't do that. So I went back to work at Home Depot, and where I was a supervisor at Home Depot, and my buddy in the paint counter goes, man, where have you been? And I go, well, besides almost dying and stuff, no big deal. I'm back. I was sick. And he goes, man, I was just wondering where you were. Oh, my God, you look like Rick Grimes. And I'm like, I said, who's Rick Grimes? And he goes, dude, you don't watch The Walking Dead? And I said, no. And he goes, oh, you got to go watch Walking Dead. So I went that night, and I told Deidre about it, and we watched it, and I told him the next day, I said, dude, I don't look like that guy. That guy don't even have a beard. And he goes, no, just go to 4. But I mean, I watched them all. I did watch them all, but I did go to 4, and I was like, oh. My wife was like, oh. And then one day, it just happened to be, I think we were binge watching then, and I was watching it, and we'd probably watched a bunch of episodes, and my granddaughter came in, and I said, pause that, because, it was gory, and, I said, pause it, and she happened to pause it on Rick, was on the screen, froze on the screen, and my granddaughter just walked by and goes, Papa, and never said another word, and just kept walking.
Aww.
And Deidre was good. Did she just say what I think? She said, yes.
and then I said, who's that?
And then she said, who is that, Nevaeh? And then Nevaeh goes, Papa. And I was like, oh, my Lord. So it kind of went on from there. So, and then I met y'all, everybody, and we are all, it's all been done ever since.
So when did you start cosplaying? Like, when did that start?
What was that, 16 or 17?
2016 in October, you just dressed up.
Yeah, I did Halloween. 2016 was my first time. We had a neighborhood that had like all the neighborhoods came to, and they had the hay rides through the neighborhood. And so I did Rick Grimes, and I was bloody sitting on the front porch, and it was crazy. There was like one lady came screaming up the driveway and said, Rick Grimes lives in my neighborhood. And I'm like, lady, no. And she goes, I'm going to get my aunt. And then she ran, and all of a sudden these 2 ladies come screaming down the driveway, and I'm like, what's going on? And it was crazy, but we had fun.
And in 2017,
German Abe took me to Crypticon, Kansas City. Deidre found German Abe. I still don't forgive her for that. She found German Abe, and we went to Crypticon in Kansas City, and that was like the Florida SuperCon.
Yeah.
So it was kind of been on ever since then. So about 7 years now.
For those that are listening to us tonight and watching, the beautiful voice that is coming out behind Mick Grimes is his gorgeous wife, Deidre, otherwise known as Chick Grimes.
Well, she needs to help sometimes because memory gets a little foggy.
That's right. We love Deidre. I think we like her more than we like you.
Well, okay.
There she is.
Yeah, we love our Deidre.
Rough right now.
Aw, you're always perfect.
You make me.
Oh, y'all are so sweet.
She makes me look pretty. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Have you ever done any cosplaying prior to that?
No,
didn't even know what it was.
didn't even know what it was.
That's how backwoods we are.
Yeah.
So bad.
Well, everybody in the comments, Aaron Cameron is saying, my friend, I thought you really were Rick Grimes. Ben says, hey, Chick. Elizabeth is saying, Mick, I love you. Jason Cohn saying, hi, y'all. So we've got quite a few people in here that are giving a shout out to you, Mick, and you too, Deidre.
Well, I appreciate them all.
So when was the first time that you got with Chris, German Abe, and then who did you meet up with next? Was it with Darren or was it with Joe Watson? Was it A.B. Negan or?
I want to think it was Gene Russell and Nicholas Rowlands.
Who that?
Yeah.
Oh, Nicholas played. He did Daryl.
Played Daryl. Yeah. And that kind of went south, and we won't talk about that no more. And then, well, like when German Abe, and then when I met German Abe, we went to those two things. That's where I think Gene came to SuperCon. I think Abe invited Gene to SuperCon. And, hello, Chris Twillman. And so that's when I met Gene, and then Nicholas Rowlands. He reached out to my wife, and she found him, and we went to Walker Stalker with. I know y'all remember Jen. She died of cancer. Jen. And so that's where she was in that booth with us, and she was like a walker, and and then after that we didn't get. I don't think I went to Texas, did Austin Comic-Con with Nicholas, and then that was the last time. And then after that, I think it was Jose, and I stayed. And I am going to do the camp this year with Jose because this is his last farewell. Yes. And so I want my buddy with.
Yes.
As long as y'all don't give him no fireball and send him out walking, I think we'll all be all right. And
no fireball.
No fireball.
No fireball for Jose. That's right. No fireball for Jose.
Joe and Darren. I met Darren. I think Darren was working at Walker Stalker with Cecil Grimes, and that's when I met him and talked to him. And we've been collabing on some videos and stuff. Me and Darren, and I mean, we all just realized that there's, there's some people out there that take it really way too serious and think that this is gonna make you like a lot of money and stuff, and it just doesn't. I mean, I don't know how many years I had to go to cons and spend all my money and not make a dime. I might make my money back, or I'll say, well, that one was a little bit better. I only lost $400 this weekend.
Oh Lord.
But, just to get my name out there, and then you got other people that are trying to do things too, and and then you try to help a little bit as much as you can, and then it's just always seems with me. I mean, is this like the podcast you can be real on? Right?
Yes.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But
my cancer awareness means a lot to me, and I do real good with that, and people it's just that in the cosplay world you got people that it gets to be like a competition, and I've always thought that there's enough fans for everybody.
That's right.
Everybody has their own thing, and everybody has their own way of doing what they do.
Right.
But when you're out there bashing the other one because maybe he is a little better than you, maybe he's not a little better than you. You know what I'm saying? But it's like high school, and at first it almost made me want to stop. Because it's just so much. It was so much drama, and then finally I said, you know what? I can make it drama free, Mick Grimes will work with Mick Grimes. And if I get mad at somebody, it'll be my own dang self,
Right.
till I met Joe, and then I told Joe too. And when I started, I said, I got to the point where I just kind of do it by myself. Maybe my Jose Walker, because Walker, that man right there is no drama. That is a drama-free man right there.
Yes. He's the OG, baby.
And I swear some of the best times, are just, with my buddy old Jose. So we're gonna walk it out in the camp this year. And
Good.
I said, you'll get a lot of pictures taken with you, Jose, because everybody's already had their picture taken with me. So
Yeah, we love Jose. He's the OG. He's definitely the guy.
Do you have a favorite memory since you've been doing your cosplay?
I'll tell you a funny one. Like the first time when it was all new to me, and it was all new to me when I went with Chris, and he was like, "Buddy, we got this. You'll be great." And I'm like, "Dude, I don't even know. Are these people good?" I mean, I was like freaking out. This is my first one, and so we were actually upstairs, and we were upstairs, and it was right next to the bathroom, and it was like there was all these people there. And he goes, "Let's go see Michael Cutlets," because he was down at the bottom, so you had to get on the elevator. And they kept saying that there's some special guest coming to the convention, and I kept watching the guy from the Kansas City Comic-Con guy that was running it. Every time I walk by, he'd just look at me and shake his head. And I'm like, why does this guy keep shaking his head at me? And Chris goes, I don't know, dude. I said, no, dude, it's like weird. Every time I go by him, he shakes his head. And finally I asked him, I said, why are you shaking your head like that? He goes, it's just crazy how much you look like Rick Grimes. And I'm like, well, dude, okay. I was just wondering. I thought I'd done something wrong. It was a compliment, and I was like, so we got into the elevator. And when I stepped onto the elevator with Chris, me and Chris both stepped on the elevator. There was this girl. She just hit the floor. And I was like, oh my God. And I picked her up and I said, are you all right? And she goes, I was. And boom, she hit the floor again. So I'm like, Chris, whoa. And, and I pick her up and I'm like, oh no, what are we doing? And she's like, and I'm like, oh my God, this girl's. And I said, we got a defibrillator thing right next to our booth on the wall up there. I was like, I mean, this is my first con. I'm like, and it was like, it freaked me out. But she just wanted a picture. And then everybody kept saying, is that the secret guest they're going to have? Andrew Lincoln's here. And I'm like, what are they doing? And it was freaking me out. It started to, and it was kind of weird. But it was really awesome, because I'd never done anything like this. And I'm just this dude worked at Home Depot. Now these women are like, I was like, what the heck? Because it scared me. I didn't know what happened to her. I said, oh my God, I just met my first fan and she had a seizure in front. What I'm saying, that was like crazy. But you
and Chris,
Chris too. Chris was standing there too, so she was like, "Oh my God, I'm just met." It was over with.
Yeah, Chris said that was at St. Joseph.
Yeah, we had a good time, and then you said something about a funny. One of a real memorable time was. I'm going to tell this one. There was a girl that came up to my booth one day, and she was crying, and she had a little baby, and she said, I just wanted to know if I could take a picture with you. And I don't really have any money. And I said, yeah, come on in the booth, and I brought her in the booth and we took a picture with her little baby and stuff and everything. And it was like, and I was like, well, that was kind of cool, and she was telling me that she didn't get out very often. And the next day I'm standing there and we're kind of busy because that was a Friday and it was like a Saturday. We were really busy. And she came back by and she handed me this letter and she said, I just wanted to give you this. And she gave me a letter and I said, okay, that's fine. And and so I was still busy, so I wasn't working. So I got unbusy and I read the letter, and I was reading the letter, and she wrote me this letter that said that she hadn't smiled in 2 years, and now I can't, but she said she hadn't smiled in 2 years, and that she lives with her aunt, and because her parents were both drug addicts, and left her and her baby on the street, and so her aunt took her in, but she doesn't let her go anywhere, and she said, "This is like the best time I've had in like a long time, and I just wanted to thank you for making my day." And all I could do was, thank God that He allowed me to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, things like that. That's why I do this.
And that's why we love you. And that's why we love you.
But it really touched me, that He would use me to do that for her.
Yes.
I felt really not worthy of that, but
That's awesome.
And that's why
But
we
that would
love
be
you.
one of my memorable times. But there's been a lot of those. I could probably kill your whole podcast with it.
No.
Yeah, we'll make it happy now.
Well, you engaged
We'll
with
get.
her
Well, I engaged with her because
and talked to her a long time, and you were nice.
and I gave her shirts and stuff, and she was just a real sweet girl.
Aw.
That's
So-
good.
So have you ever met Andrew?
Yes, I did, and that's a
How was
funny
that
one.
experience?
That was a funny one.
Okay.
I was at Walker Stalker, and you know how I had to go off, and I was going to go take a break, and I always have my phone with me, but I didn't have my phone with me that time. And I said, I think when I was going out with whoever we were going out with, it might have been Gene Russell, I can't remember. But whoever I was going out the door with, I said, hang on, I got to use the restroom. So I was using the restroom, and I was standing there, and I look over, and it's Norman. He's right next to me, and I'm like, damn.
At the stall?
In the stall, yeah. He's next to me. So I'm standing there, and he's standing there, and I looked up, and I went, damn. And he looked over at me, and he goes, damn. He said, I got to take a picture of you and show to Andy. And I said, well, that's fine. I said, I'd like to get a picture with you, but, we're not going to do it in here. And plus, then I said, oh, shit, I don't even have my phone. So we got outside, and he took a picture. And then, well, here come Andy out of the curtain, and he's had like a bunch of bodyguards around him, and they were putting him on the cart to whip him down to the other end of to do photo ops or something. And I said, well, if I walk up there, there's a guy. They had bodyguards all around. So I walked, and they spread like Moses parted the Red Sea. And I walked up there, and he took off. Yeah, he took off on the cart. Right as I got up to him, he took off on the cart. I said, Andy, and the guy slammed the brakes on. And I came up to him, and I shook his hand, and he was shaking my hand. He goes, that is good, sir. That is real good. And it was like, I was like, I hope somebody's got a picture of this. And Deidre was in the back trying to hold something up. She's only 5 foot. So we didn't get that picture.
I was behind.
Aw.
We didn't.
I dropped my friend.
She dropped her phone. We didn't get the picture.
Nicholas was the only witness.
But yeah, Nicholas was my only witness. And no, and what's Patrick saw it. Patrick was with me because he was being security that time.
It's probably a good thing Destiny's not on here. She was asking you about going to the bathroom stall with Norman.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was awkward.
That was awkward.
Especially after he looked at me and goes, damn.
Don't ever go to the bathroom or take a smoke break again.
I would, and I have my phone with me every time now. So it's like one time.
Oh my God. Well, you had mentioned Home Depot. And so, we know that you work at Home Depot that's your day job.
That's me doing the Christmas thing we do. We go to let people make toys.
Aw.
Oh yeah.
That's the Home Depot, like when you bring your kid on that one Saturday.
Yeah.
We do on Christmas. I've done it for 3 years now. I think around Christmas time, I didn't do it this year because I'd went down to part-time, but we used to go out to the square in the Conyers and we would set up a big old area on the street, and we had the Christmas festival. All the kids would come and build whatever we had for them to build, and it was fun. A little outreach.
So do you ever get mistaken at work?
Well, I have taken my apron off many times. And
On
one
the toilet.
on the toilet.
You were loading a toilet.
I was loading a toilet in a car one time, and this lady goes, "Oh my God, it's Rick Grimes, and he's doing the undercover boss thing." Oh, she's out there going. She's got the camera. She's filming, and I'm loading a toilet for this lady that just bought a toilet.
Oh my God.
And I said, "What are you doing?" And she said, "You're Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead, aren't you?" And I said, "No, ma'am, I'm not." I said, "I was just loading this lady's toilet." And she said, "No, this is undercover boss. I know. You like go in there and you act like you're an employee and all that good stuff, but you're really not."
You're
And I
like,
go,
yeah, I own this bitch.
and I said, "Yes, ma'am, I'm not him. I promise you." And she goes, "Well, I don't care if you are or not. Let's call. Look at my daughter real quick." And then, so her daughter was standing there, and I looked at her, and she fell back on the couch on the phone, and I'm like, "Okay, y'all have a nice day. I've got to go," and go inside. And then, like, one man asked me to take a picture with him, and he had saw me on TikTok and stuff, and I was out there taking a picture, and we were doing stupid stuff. I was going, "Hey," and my boss came out, and he goes, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Customer service." He asked me to take a picture. So I was just I give the customer what he wants, right, boss? And he goes, "Whatever." Yeah, I pretty much do that.
That's funny. So for those who don't know, and I know that we've talked about it earlier, but
Lord.
of course, Mick comes to the camp.
Yep.
That's a good picture.
And
Me
does
with
his
the
little
Oscar sticking his butt in my face.
Oh,
he does his little photos.
Where's
We
your
love
phone?
that.
I need to be on there, don't you? I think I tried.
So Mick is very active at the camp, and we really enjoy Mick being at the camp.
Yes.
And then we do have, of course, Dawn.
Who's that?
He does these photo ops every year. So if you guys are coming to the camp, Mick will be there, and Jose will be there as a walker. And the photo ops are a lot of fun. And there's the sister wives. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
There we are.
Oh,
And we absolutely, there's Eliza and Mick.
Oh, I thought you might have the one where she was Elvis. That's my favorite.
Yeah, no, but it's not about her, buddy. It's all about
I
you.
still got
There's
that.
you.
Hey, Alyssa, I still got that video.
Oh my Lord.
I got that video.
Oh God. That's my favorite picture right there.
Yeah, I love that picture.
I be Daryl. Daryl.
And here we have Chick Grimes.
Oh no.
There she is.
I love that.
Good, she's taking her man.
Yeah.
Not for long.
I love that picture.
Oh, Lord.
That's funny right there.
We love Deidre Chick Grimes. There we go. There
Right.
she is.
Hey, that's when I took my wife out on a date about 10 years ago.
I know. I love that photo of you too.
I was gonna say that's one of my favorites there.
Y'all are so sweet.
These and
Hey,
I
you're,
still,
hey, you're the cryingest thing. She cried watching my video. I see you wiping your tears. Now look at that picture of me.
Oh
That's
my
all.
goodness.
yeah.
See, I didn't even look like Rick back then. See,
Yeah, look at that.
I tried to tell you.
Yeah. Look
Yeah.
at how cute. With the are those the pugs that Deidre used
Those
to
are the pugs
have?
that Deidre used to raise. Yeah,
Yep.
I love it. Very
that
cute.
was 20 years ago. How deep are you going in my?
Honey, I got you.
They can do.
I don't mess around.
Harold pulls off all kinds of shit.
Yeah,
True
I do.
that.
I
I'm
do.
glad I've never been around her like in an outhouse or something.
or in a bathroom. Damn.
If it was out there, one towel could find it.
Yeah. If they were there, I'd have found the pictures. Trust me.
I should have went, Norman.
Click.
I didn't have no phone. See, if I had my phone, we might have had some real pictures.
Dang it. Dang it.
Yeah.
So you've met quite a few of the actors that are on the show, and we'll pull some of these up. And we've got Cooper. Did you see him this past weekend?
Yeah, I gave him some breath mints. He had bad breath. I gave him the whole bottle. He came up to me, this lady comes up to my booth and takes a picture with me, and then she looks on my table and she goes, "Oh, you got breath mints?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am. Do I need one?" And she said, "No, you don't. But Cooper Andrews does." And I said, "What?" She said, "Well, come on, let's take him the whole jar." And she said, "He's down here." I said, "I know where he's at. Come on, come with me." And so we went down there, and I said, "Coop, this lady said you needed these breath mints. I'm just going to give you the whole thing."
God.
These are, I said, "These are 3-hour ones. These are like awesome." And I said, and I gave them to him, and he goes, "Dude, you're awesome. Thanks, man." And he was like, and I said, "I need 1 plate of cobbler, and I need 2 cancer photos. And sign those for me. I'll be back to get them later." And I took off. And that lady stayed down there with him.
He's gonna shoot you for telling
No, but it was because he had lost his voice, and the lozenges were actually helping him, the peppermint and stuff.
Right.
He didn't really have bad breath. And I told him, I said, "Mine's probably worse than yours, dude. You might want to give me one of those." But no, it was good because he wasn't feeling well, and he was trying not to lose his voice, but he was happy to get those though.
That's so funny.
I love your stories. You make
I
to
did.
tell people you're kidding.
That's funny.
I remember that one. That was a good one because
I love that.
he had been on set that night, and I said, "Dude, you don't even take a bath before you come meet your fans?" And he goes, "Dude, I literally just got here. Like, I was on set like an hour ago." And Aaron Russ McCall. And I said, "Well, let me cut your arm off while we're here. Since you already got blood on your arm." So that's why we did that. I had the hatchet. The nicest guy. He is awesome. I love that man.
He's all right.
Yeah.
Barb loves him too.
He'll talk to you now.
Yeah.
Now that is a funny one. That's the year I met Andrew, and I saw him walking around. Greg Nicotero was walking around the Walker Stalker buying art, and I saw him, and I said, and he goes, "Wow," and we talked, and he said, "I got to get you on set," and I was like, "Here's my card." Wow, dude, that is cool. And but he was just being nice. I never heard from him. Yeah. And then that one was at Esco Feed Mill. I was doing a weekend there, and that's when Seth came around the corner to sneak and smoke a cigarette, and I popped out from behind the silo, and he went, "Whoa, dude!" And I said, "I was just checking. I'm the smoker patrol." Smoker patrol. Uh-oh.
So this is at Chris's shop, and in case nobody knows, that I'm sure most people do in the chat. Chris has Abraham's Army there in town, and you do quite a few at Chris's shop, correct?
Yeah, I try to go at least one time a weekend.
Yeah.
And we usually go live together, and we do it with Joe, but Joe's Joe's situation. So
right.
But yeah, I've just been. Even though Joe can't come to the thing anymore, me and Abe try to keep it going down there for a little while till he gets back, and then he can come back down there. I think he's gonna be there this weekend because British Tom Grimes is coming. The
Who
one
is
that one that does Rick from overseas in England.
Oh, okay.
Tom's
Darren,
he also does Hugh Jackman like the
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
did Darren know him from over there?
I don't think they did. But he knows him now, and Chris knows him from. I mean, talking to him, Chris has been talking, and of course, he's come on my TikToks a couple of times, and I like his stuff because, like I said, back in the thing, there's enough friends for everybody, and you got certain people that look certain ways, you got certain people that can do maybe 1 through 3 seasons. You got somebody can do 4 through 5. You got somebody can do 6 through 8. You got, what I'm saying? It's like everybody's got a place, and just take your own niche and you just run with it. But that guy right there, now he's got all the actor. He can do he can do all the where I might do one. I might do Mick Grimes. But he's got. I mean, he spends a good time on what he does, and I don't know if y'all know the lady that makes the jackets on Instagram, Suzanne Jackets. But he does for her, like I think they're both coming, and then they're going to a con in the next con in Florida next weekend. They're going to that one afterward. But we're going to get to meet him for the first time. He's going to be over here this weekend in Sonoya.
Oh, that'd be great. Have to post pictures of you guys together.
Yeah.
We will. Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, he's the buff one. He's, I got a little sag going on a little bit, but he's.
We have a comedy club here in Nashville called Zanies, and I went to go see Chris Hardwick. And sure enough, front row, who was sitting there, but somebody who played Rick Grimes in like season 4, and Chris couldn't even do his show half the time. He said it was freaking him out. So that we actually had one in Nashville that was playing him. So it was pretty funny.
That's awesome.
Who is that?
This is one of my favorites of yours.
Oh, I like that.
You know what? That picture was made of me. I was just hanging off the feed mill tower.
I love that.
That's a great shot.
And then they made it look like I was hanging off a helicopter.
A lady in Australia
did that.
That's fantastic.
There's my favorite picture.
Here we have the boys side by side.
That's my favorite picture.
I like that one.
Oh, we got a comment down there.
David says she can't wait to see you.
Where's that going to be? At the camp?
At the camp, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of people that are mentioning you.
I saw Chris Twillman in here. My buddy Chris.
Yeah, he was in here. He was making comments.
He said, look at him. He's just rolling me under the bus. Sorry. And numb nuts.
Numb nuts.
I can hear him now.
Yeah. My daughter Samara said the last one I showed, she said, that's just 2 pictures of Andrew Lincoln.
That's a crazy one.
Tell us a little bit, Mick, what you do on your TikTok. We know you raise cancer awareness, and that's really close to your heart. But tell everybody what you really do, and.
Well, we just try to, my motto in there is we call it Alexandria, and that's my safe zone because usually if we're outside, you can see my 10-foot fence behind my house, and so it's like. We just, all I want to do is, like I tell people, we lift people up. We try to make people smile, and we support cancer awareness. And, that's been a really big thing. So like St. Jude's is my thing that I send the most to. But, there's sometimes when your friends need it, and those are the ones you can't write off. But you know what? You can't outgive God, so, but you still give to them, like when Jenny, we did a whole week battle, and I bought this cool gift to give away. It was actually like a hologram that Greg Nicotero had made for all the cast members, and it was like one of 75 or something, like number 4 of 75.
You got that from Jimmy.
And I got it from Jimmy Littlefield, and I paid him what he wanted for it, and I said, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take this thing and we're going to go all week, and whatever we raise, we're just going to give it to Jenny. Well, I can't go in there and say that I gave this to Jenny, but so Jenny just got that time. So, we were able to take that gift and raise $2,100 for her. And that was a cool thing to do. And then there's a couple of times that people have asked me, and there was one girl, she's been going through chemo for like a year. And she was going on, it was her 33rd wedding anniversary, and she didn't really have any money because of her doctor bills and stuff like that. And she said that she just wanted to go they were going to go camping. And for her 33rd anniversary with her husband. And she said, this lady's going to pay for our campsite and all that stuff. And it's going to be awesome. We're going to have a great time. And I said, well, let me know if I can help you in any way. And then she goes, no, it's great. This is awesome. And then it's like 2 weeks later, I saw something where she had wrote she wasn't going to be able to go camping with her husband for for their 33rd anniversary, whatever. And she said the lady backed out that was going to pay for her camp thing, and she really couldn't afford to go. So I paid for it, out of stuff that we've earned on TikTok. I sent her the money to go, and I got this big long letter, and I don't make me do this again because I'll cry again, but. But it was just that little gesture that helped her, but, it's just things like that I like to do for people, and then you got to think, these people are like, oh, this guy, but you got to think, I also have to buy all these gifts that I give to all these people. And then I also got to ship all these gifts I do to all these people. And like, I know why the people at the post office are real nice to me. Because I started doing my taxes, and I know why they're real nice to me, because you spend a lot of money on that stuff, and it's all worth it, and it's all worth it to see people smile, and then you get people coming in there that say different things like, yeah, I bet you give it away, and I don't, that's. And they're like, what you do for a living? And then that's when I tell them, I said, it's the job police is in here. And I just tell them like this. If they ask me, what do you do for a living? And I'll just say, when you've worked 40 years of your life, you can ask me that question. And if you haven't, don't ask me.
That's good.
But anybody go watch Mick's TikToks. They're wonderful. And the prizes that you can get and win are amazing too. Like, these are awesome. Yeah. These are not just like anything you can find anywhere.
Like today, I gave away a Shane signed print that I got this weekend, and a Judith. Judith, just from John Berthal and Cassie Fleming got all that. Yeah.
So there's. I put it in the chat as well, but that's Mick's Linktree link, and that will take you to his TikTok. If you're not on TikTok, join up so you can follow him.
Yes.
But you can see all that on Instagram, and my Mick Grimes page on Facebook has usually my videos that I have on TikTok are on there too. So.
Yeah. But remember, if you can join TikTok and follow him, everything he does, he gives back. So,
and make sure you share. If you get on there, share.
Yeah, tap, share, follow, repeat.
Yes,
there.
Right.
So, Mick, what was this?
Ha! My one time that Deidre signed me up for a casting project, and I get on Gotham Knights as a doctor.
Oh.
That's episode 6, season 1, Gotham Knights. Got 3 little parts. One, I'm walking down there. You can't really tell that. You can tell it's me. Don't blink. If you blink, you'll miss it. But that one right there was like really actually behind the 2 stars of the show that were sitting in front of me, and I didn't have to draw a red arrow or nothing. I was actually on the TV. Yeah, I didn't have to go, look, there's me. No, I was actually on the TV. It was kind of crazy. I was like, that's kind of cool.
That's funny.
But if you blink, you will miss it. So you better be ready when they wheel the guy in that's all bloody on the hospital bed. Start looking.
Yeah, my daughter says, "What is Rick Grimes doing in Gotham City?"
But that, I'll tell you a little funny thing about that. It was, it was one day we were on there like 14 hours, and the girl that was doing it kept messing her mind up. And I'm thinking to myself, I was like, that's only like 6 months. And I could tell that the lady that was directing it was getting kind of, maybe a little upset. And so I was standing over here, and I had to walk by the doctor's thing, and he said, now on you go. When we say go, you go. And I said, okay. So he said, go. And I hadn't talked to Deidre all day. All of a sudden, my phone goes off, and it's playing the Walking Dead music, and I'm walking by the thing, and it's going, nah. So I'm reaching in my pocket. I cut it off, and I kept going, and I was like, who was that with that phone? And I was like, oh God, I'm gone. See y'all later. It was nice seeing y'all. It was nice meeting all y'all. And this little guy that was setting everybody up, he goes, oh, dude, they fired the last guy. I said, well, I'll see y'all later. And that lady goes, it'll be, she goes, who was that? And I go, it was me, ma'am. And I'm very sorry. And she goes, well, I think it'll work. It's kind of hectic. It might be all right. And I'm like, and he's like going, he's like going, what? And I'm like, okay. And so, I just turned my phone off completely after that. I didn't want that to happen again. But yeah, I can't believe it. She let me stay.
Wow.
I don't know.
So Vanessa just commented, and this was going to be our last slide that we were going to discuss. Vanessa Raposa said, so is there a new scoop about the Woody movie?
Not your Woody, but the Woody.
Yes. So Dawn and I are repping the T-shirts from this weekend.
It's gonna be several months.
Hello.
We're still raising money to make it, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah, that is a story of my buddy Dylan. He's the producer of the show, the movie, and he contacted me. He actually wrote that story for his daughter, and it was supposed to be just a little small thing for his daughter, which turned into a 90-minute thing. And he contacted me to play Woody in the movie. And I was like, he said he had like 2 or 3 people he was talking to, and I was like, well, I was straight off the hip, dude. I said I did a Christmas play. I was like Mr. Miller in a Christmas play one time, and my wife said I knocked that one out of the park, but that was Mr. Miller in a Christmas play, at a church. And so I was like, I told him everything. I said, dude, I'll give you my 100%. I said, I'm just do TikToks and stuff like that. I'm not, that. And he said that God told him I was his man no matter how many takes it took. And so I said, okay. So that's what we're doing. And it's going to be probably 3 or 4 months, because we're still raising money for it and stuff. But he's got a lot of people that he's talking to and little things that we have some good sponsorships already. And it's fun, like the people that donate in the crowd fund that we're raising. Because see, the movie has Disney's approval, but the movie is actually, you can't make any money off of it because Disney owns the right to Toy Story. We're putting the movie out in the theaters for free. So you can take your daughter to see the movie, and you know how much it costs a single parent to take their kids to the movie? Well, you'll get to take your kids to this for free. And also in the crowd fund that we're raising to make the movie, it also allows them to, because you get into the movie free, but it costs you $40 because you bought popcorn and Coke and some sugar daddies, So all that's put in there, like the Coke and the popcorn and the movie. So the movie will be put out for free. And I was telling Dylan that people just don't do that. And that's promoting it. That'll promote itself by being a free movie.
Uh-huh.
2 years.
Yeah, no, 3.
3 years?
It was like he kept blasting them with emails because, you know, they
Disney and Pixar.
and Dixie and Pixar, and they finally responded to him and gave him all the permission to do everything. And so
Casey Hurst says that's so awesome. # single parent.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a cool thing too, and I think that's going to probably promote itself because I told Dylan, I said, you put that on the news that you're making a Toy Story film for these kids to go see for free.
A lot of people will see that.
Yes.
Live action. Got a snake in my boot. So I can hand me that. I'll
Can you tell us who's going to play Buzz?
No, can't do that, but y'all might like that.
We've got some.
Well, he's got some people he's talking to. It's, you know, but this is my real rawhide Woody.
Dylan had that made.
Dylan had that made. That is my real rawhide.
I think it's
Cowhide.
Yeah.
Woody. That's my Woody vest. Yeah.
Wow.
It only gets worn like one time.
You could auction it off. I don't think you're actually.
I don't even think I'm going to wear it actually in the movie. It's actually the girl. I think they give it to me as a gift in the movie.
Well, that's fantastic.
My wife gives it to me like a Christmas gift.
That's cute. Yeah, Erin said she didn't have kids and she still wants to watch it immediately.
Well, there you go.
So you're not appealing just to single parents.
Well, look at you. You're going to get the stare. You know, no, Woody does the stare. There's a snake in my boot. I just crossed my arm. But yeah, it's been.
Are you happy to see me, or is that just a snake in your boot?
But I mean, Dylan is really a sweet guy. He reminds me of my own kid, you know, because he's 32 years old, you know, and he's just like, I mean, but his humor is so witty, you know, to look at him like wearing them overalls. I mean, come on, y'all saw how he was great. He wears his overalls. He's got his own little style. But let me tell y'all a little funny thing he did. This was, oh my God, that was just so funny. We're walking into the embassy, right? Dylan's coming in to eat dinner with. And so he comes in behind me. There's this guy, and I thought he looked like he played on the Braves, but I kept looking at it. I said, man, I think that guy plays on the Braves. And his girl, now she was dressed in the nines, buddy. She was, and her hair was like up to here, and it was red, and it was like fountaining down. It was all, I mean, it was gorgeous. And Dylan goes, oh my God, you got beautiful hair. And she turned around and said, thank you. And he goes, I got the same stuff going on right here. And then kept walking. But, you know, he's bald. And I was like, oh, my God, dude, you're bald. I mean, how did you say that to her? I mean, but he just did it with a straight face. The face was never moved. He goes, yeah, I got the same stuff going on right here.
Under his hat?
Yeah, under his hat. And I was like, he just got this dry sense of humor. And these people, and the lady was like just laughing, and I was laughing. I was like, oh
thank God.
I was like, oh my God. But yeah, it was funny. He's a nut, but he's very talented at what he does. I don't know if y'all know that he made that he did that trailer.
The trailer was fantastic.
And we got a real good photographer too. He's gonna be the photographer, the one that took all those pictures. We got him for the first time.
Like I said, it was one of the hottest videos I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was an amazing video.
Sorry, Deidre.
It's so much better than the first one. I don't know if y'all ever saw it.
Yeah, I saw the first one. I was telling Deidre when I saw her this weekend. I'm like, oh yeah, that's much better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kiki, Dylan showed the trailer this weekend at the con.
Yes.
And is the trailer on your Facebook page, Michael? Is it up on
your? Yeah, he's. I think he's gonna do it when he launches the crowd fund, which would be in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
And then we'll be able to share it then once he launches the crowd fund. But he's getting with a group called Bat in the Sun. And they do show him how to do stuff too. And then the crowd fund's going to be going like certain things, certain tiers. of
Mhm.
gifting. Like if you give this much, if you give $1, your name's going in the credits, he said. I don't care if I got 10, 15 or 20 pages of credits. If you gave me $1, your name's up there. You're
Nice.
part of this movie. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you're gonna put like 1,000 if I have to. And I go, dude, you're like the bomb, dude.
Yeah.
And I said, because you give $1, well, here's 5. I want my name 5 times. Your name's already on there. It's at the front.
You
And
just you get 5 stars beside
I
it.
get 5 stars beside it. Yeah. And but he's, and there's one, like the one that gives the most is going to be able to come to Kansas because we're going to film it in Kansas. There's a ghost town out there, or a cowboy town that's all redone up there in Kansas, and it's got the bar and stuff, because the little dog that was like Slinky.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's Slink. He's actually going to be like a deputy.
Oh, okay.
That has a limp. He got shot in the leg. He was one of Woody's deputies. He got shot.
Who shot my paw?
That's about all I can tell you. But he's like called Slink, and he has his own bar, and everybody goes to his bar.
That's awesome.
You shouldn't have told us that. The one who gives the most money gets to go. Shouldn't have told us that.
Right? Yeah. No.
But you get a day on the set, and actually could probably be in the background or whatever.
My daughter asked, is it just going to be in theaters or will it be available elsewhere?
It's supposed to be on, I think, Tubi.
I'm
sure it'll be like on those little ones, like maybe Tubi or something like that.
Okay.
You can't make anything off of it. So now if we put it in the movies and then, say Disney and Pixar pick the actual movie up, then it's probably on from there.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But anybody could pick it up, as long as you get the rights, I guess. I don't know how all that would work with him, but it's all in God's hands. It's something that's in his heart. So if God brings it to fruition, I'm sure it's going to do what it needs to do for him and his family.
Right. I gotcha.
It won't be in movie theaters everywhere.
It's only going to be in 90 movie theaters.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it will be.
But I'm sure it's going to be somewhere where it can be streamed or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
So are you excited for the return of Rick?
Oh yeah, that's going to be good. I hope it's going to be good. And I heard he's going to be a butthole and lose his arm.
Yeah. Saying.
So I figured I'd go, hey, I'm Rick. What's up? I'm gonna lose my arm. I said, I'm not doing stubby Rick. I'm not doing Rick. Hey, where's my python? Yeah, I ain't doing stubby Rick. It look like Merle. Hey, little brother. I'll let another Rick cosplayer take the arm off. I'll go back to season 8. I'm good. But I think it's going to be a good one. Stubbs McGee.
Stubbs McGee.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good one.
How would you like to see the shows end, Mick?
To be honest with you, I would like to see the show end and it all come back around where everybody comes back to Alexandria and they have a season 12 to end it all.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Or we could just have Rick wake up and it was all a dream and it was never.
No.
That's what I've been saying from the start. I've been saying that from the start.
No.
None of that Dallas.
Or we find out that Rick Grimes was really the cure.
Yes, I'm for that one too.
Yeah. I don't want any of that Dallas. I don't want any of that Dallas crap where Bobby.
I had a dream last night. I got dropped down from a helicopter, and I was dropped in the middle of all these zombies, and they didn't even do nothing to me. I was the cure.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'd like to see them all come back to Alexandria and have one final season.
They did say that first, remember when they were supposed to have those trilogies?
Yeah.
And the 3 movies? Well, they said that they filmed one of those movies And what I was thinking was that was stuff filmed. This is just me saying this, but I was thinking that some of that filming was filmed when Alexandria was still, the walls were all up and everything, and they were doing all that. What if they've already filmed the return? Because that was before Andrew Lincoln left. And what if they've already done the return of them coming back into Alexandria and all meeting up? Like, remember the scene where he's picking tomatoes, Negan, and all that? And that's like from that first movie they shot, and you just didn't know that. And they got a whole season 12 out of that. What do you think about that? I got one over there with her mouth open. Yep, that might just happen. What?
I like it. Well, we know what Dawn wants to happen.
What?
What you told us this weekend.
Oh.
About Michonne.
Rick, what?
We've heard rumors that Rick's supposed to kill Michonne.
Yeah.
But she gets bit.
I heard Deidre in the background.
Oh.
But I heard she got bit.
How rude.
How rude.
Yeah,
How rude.
I heard, them 5 brothers. I thought D. Grimes is coming out. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I ain't heard that. That's kind of crazy.
Well, she
got bit, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh no, Carl. No.
Oh, that's a whole nother story.
Oh no, now I'm sad.
Samara says, I'll knock all this shit over.
Oh no.
If that happened, I'd probably throw something at the television.
Yeah, like Rick makes it back, but Michonne doesn't.
Oh no. And he only comes back with one boot.
Me and Carol are not Michonne fans.
We are not. But to be honest with you, I would love to see the ending because the ending of the comic book, it's Carl telling the story about the brave man and everything. And I mean, my preference is very much like the ending of the comic. I would love that Rick dies.
Mm-hmm.
I would.
And that's great.
He might.
No, I don't want him to die until he sees Daryl.
Yeah, well, I want everybody I want them all to kind of all reunite because Morgan, we know, is already headed back to Alexandria. Mm-hmm. And so they've got to be, Samara says that's because I'm a sociopath. Yeah, you're right.
I know it's going to happen.
Yeah. So I know that they're going to bring them all back and we deserve that reunion first off as fans.
Rick has a new woman and they have kids? Oh no.
Rick has a new woman. He's dating the trash lady and they got 4 kids. They got 4 kids. One's name's Dirt, one name's Can. And they,
what if he's I mean, being married to Jadis,
They finally slept with Jadis.
Because Jadis said, I sleep with you after.
Yeah. We just didn't know what she meant by after.
I lay with you after.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know. But I was always, they could all, if Rick's got to die and all that, maybe they just all come in and I figure they're all in the middle of Alexander and they're doing the big group hug and they're all standing around and there's a sewer drain in the middle and Negan pops up out of there with an AK-47 and takes them all out and goes, I told you I was going to get you.
You know what's funny? We posted that picture with you and Pollyanna McIntosh when she walked up to your truck and we put about being picked up in the helicopter.
Yeah, it was
on your old Instagram.
Yeah, it was on my old Instagram. We met. Polly was walking her dog when I was leaving Walker Stalker after loading my stuff. I said, "Man, that looks like Jay. Yeah, look, it's Polly over there walking the dog." And I said, "Hey," she goes, "Mick," and she waved, and I said, "Can I get a pic?" And we did a pic outside the window. I mean, of the car, and it was like, "See, Rick's not gone."
Don't get out of the truck.
She said, "Don't get out of the truck, Mick. I'll have to take pictures with everyone.
It'll be a fiasco."
It'll be a fiasco."
That's funny.
Yeah, I love Polly Ann. She's so sweet because I mean, she was like, I saw her at the camp. She was like, we were praying for you and stuff like that. And I was like,
Yeah,
God,
she's
you're
super
so
sweet. And she's coming back this year
I
too.
know.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get her to do a video with me.
That was Sabrina.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that was Sabrina that said that because Polly didn't come that year with her.
Oh,
'cause
okay.
She had to cancel for something.
Yeah, she was filming over in Ireland.
Yeah, we need to do a some kind of video or something.
Yeah.
Lisa,
I lay with you after, and Chick Grimes going, no hell you won't.
Yeah, the hell you will.
I lay with you after. No hell you won't.
Hell, you won't.
Oh Lord.
Lisa, you want to bring up your Lipton questions?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Your what?
So, Mick, have you ever heard of James Lipton? He did a show. He did a show on television called Inside the Actor Studio, and he would interview actors. And at the end of his show, he had around 12 questions that he would ask everyone, and they're kind of one-word answers, kind of just right off the top of your head. And so, all of our guests, we like to end our show with the Lipton questions.
Well, I was enjoying
I'm
this.
getting nervous.
I was enjoying this. Now I'm nervous.
There's no right or wrong answers. There's no right or wrong answers. Liz Saunders sweated over one of them for like 10 minutes, and you don't need to do
Yeah,
that.
it was funny.
Chick
It was
breaking out. Chick's breaking out in the sweat.
Chick's breaking out the sweat. Oh God,
I'm
what?
scared.
I might need my dog for this one.
All right.
All
So
right.
you want me to start?
Yep,
Yeah,
go for it, Carol.
Okay. So, what is your favorite curse word?
Oh God.
And you can say it. You can
It's
say
the
it. You're
one
allowed.
it's the F word. I say it too much sometimes.
I'm right
But
there
I've been really good in the last 6 months. I've probably only said it about 10 times.
In one day.
No, 6 months.
Yeah, one day, Deidre's telling on you, buddy.
It's not.
That's so funny.
Okay, so
It's
what
'cause
is
my
your,
dad was a sailor.
mine was too, I get it. What is your favorite word? Not cuss word, but what's your favorite word?
Dude.
Dude.
I don't know. Really? I say that a lot, really.
What's your least favorite word?
What was the word you said?
My least favorite word is the GD word. I do not like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my least favorite word.
Yeah.
Makes me cringe. I usually tell people when they say that, I said, "Oh, I see you're a praying man." Huh? I said, "Well, you just ask God to damn everything, and it's pretty screwed up."
Yep.
And he goes,
There you go.
Yeah, I guess
It's
so.
working.
It's working, dude.
Yeah.
He's answering your prayers.
Barb.
All right. What turns you on?
I like Twitch.
And don't give him the alternate. Just what turns you on?
I like Twitch. No.
Better be me.
What turns me?
Or you're gonna be
No, because
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
No, it's Chick Rock.
Chick Rock.
No, I had to tell.
No.
That's horrible.
It's not. You didn't even let me finish. That laugh. They don't want to hear that on here.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, we love it. We love her laugh.
That country laugh.
People love me
Okay.
when they say that laugh.
Oh God. Yeah. What
All right.
makes me what now? What was the question again?
What turns you on?
You know what? To be honest with you, what turns me on about Chick Grimes is, to be honest with you, is her heart.
Yeah.
She's a very sweet lady. She goes out of the way for other people and puts a lot of people before her own self. And you know,
The one.
but also,
Good
you know,
heart.
she is a hottie. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell people what you tell them what you told somebody how we met and how I was in a bar fight or something.
I can't even remember that story. Somebody asked us how we met. And I said, I was in a bar fight one night. And Chick Grimes pulled this guy off and made beat shit out of him. No, it's just. But yeah, I can
We need
come
to
up
have
with
Deidre as a guest.
Yeah.
I can come up with some things off the top of my head.
All right. What turns you off?
We've done 4.
What turns you off?
What turns me off?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if I hear that word that I don't like, that turns me off. And
In women?
no, she just said just what turns me off in general, I guess. It turns me off in women, or is it turns me off in general?
Whatever.
No, whatever.
Yeah, that's
Whatever you wanted to take.
I like that. I don't like that. And, that kind of turns me off.
All right. If you had a birthday dinner or a dinner at your house, and you can invite 3 famous people, dead or alive, who would it be?
If I could have a birthday party and I can invite 3 again, they could be dead or alive.
No, alive.
Yep.
No, she said they could either be dead or alive. She said.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm doing this podcast one. Let me hit you with that dang slipper. No, let me hit you with that slipper. I do have selective hearing. Let's see. I would say I would definitely want Elvis Presley. Yeah. I definitely want Elvis.
Okay.
I definitely want, and I'd kind of like to have Jesus. Cool Jesus, hipster Jesus, at my maybe little baby Jesus at my party, and I would like to have all my TWD family there.
Aw.
Huh?
No,
That's going to be a hell of a big party.
I combined the last one and everybody.
The last one into everybody.
Everybody.
Okay. Dawn?
What's your favorite sound?
My favorite sound?
Mm-hmm.
Journey.
What's your least favorite sound?
Rap. That Bunny, I got to find out. Now, wait a minute. Chris's girlfriend Bunny raps, and I haven't got to hear it yet, but they say she's like really awesome.
Okay, so if you had a birthday party and you could bring 3 musicians, dead or alive, who would you bring?
3 musicians. Is
Yeah,
it the
a
whole
band
band? Whole band, or it can be a whole band? And
yeah, a band or a singer. Mm-hmm.
oh,
Yeah,
I would bring Journey and RAO Speedwagon and maybe some Led Zeppelin up in there.
There you go.
There you go. Okay.
Please.
And the last 3 questions. Last 3 questions. What profession other than your own would you like to try?
Acting.
Okay. And what profession would you not like to try?
Men's volleyball.
That came out of left field.
That came out of left field. All right.
Y'all invited me.
Oh, good Lord. Good Lord.
Abe's laughing right now.
All right. So
Because he told me, he said, I used to play sports in Germany. I said, what did you play? And he goes, oh, I played volleyball. And I go, I said, dude, that's like a wimp sport. Oh, no, it took a lot of courage.
a lot of courage.
I love it when we're together, dude.
Oh my God. Yeah, Rhonda Otis says, let's get men's volleyball at the camp.
Yeah, men's volleyball with Abe in his shorts.
So, and your last question, if heaven exists, What would you like to hear God say to you when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Buenos dias.
Nice.
No, I'm just kidding. I would just hope he would. I just hope he would say, I'd hope he'd say that you've been good. I hope he says come in instead of hitting the button and I fall.
Right.
I hope he says this is this is the way I picture it is, there's certain people that deserve a lot more than than somebody else would get. So like, if you just get me in the gate, that's good.
Yeah.
As long as I can see you every once in a while and hang out and we can do whatever. But I'd love him to say like, I love you, come on in. That would be great.
That's great. That's fantastic.
Yes.
Mick, it's been a pleasure.
Y'all never going to have me back, are you?
We'll have you back more than you can imagine.
But I had fun with y'all. Y'all are sweet.
Yes. We love you.
We love you.
We do. And we love Deidre.
Yes.
Do you got the same eye problem I got?
Me?
Well, we've just been laughing so much that we got tears.
Oh, I'm crying laughing. Yeah. I have overactive tears.
Y'all all got your peeing pants on.
Yep.
No, I'm just picturing you in those shorts playing volleyball.
You don't want to see that.
Hey, we're gonna suggest it to Casey for a camp event.
Yeah.
No, go.
Men's volleyball with the actors and the cosplayers.
Maybe men's bowling or something. I don't know. Men's volleyball, yeah.
Yeah, this was fun. This was fun.
We'll shave some legs. I'll shave my legs.
I'll shave my legs. Oh, we love you.
Yes.
Love you too, guys.
All
Thank
right.
you.
And I want to, and also y'all, thank y'all for what y'all did for Chrysius and Joe. Y'all know y'all are like awesome.
Oh, we love them.
Yes,
And,
we do.
Absolutely.
And
We'll definitely have you back.
I mean, y'all do a lot of good stuff, and y'all deserve a lot of recognition for what y'all do because
We don't.
Y'all grab it by the bulls and by the balls, and y'all take off with it, and you just turn it into something good.
Oh no! Now they're gonna ask Oscar.
Oh no! They already kicked me out. Look.
No, you're still here with us, baby.
No, you're.
Yes.
I thought I'm used to the screen being white when I get suspended on TikTok. I just got suspended off the Relish You Dead. First one to get kicked. It's this nice certificate. It's a beautiful certificate, and it says, "You are the first one to be exited." Signed by all. Yeah, that's awesome.
All right. Dawn, you want to read that?
Yes, and our list is getting so big. I'm so
Okay.
thankful. Thank you to our Patreons and financial supporters of our show: Destiny Larmar, Terry and Kay Collier, Sandy Morrison, Tracy Killen Stokes, Ben and Melissa Gilbert, Pamela Blythe, Mary Ann Craig, Brandon Kay, Jason Cohn, Wesley and Sarah Hell, Randy Nickel, Jason Mullins, and Dustin Baker. We appreciate you all. And our very special thank you to our Camp Mommy and Poppy, Oscar and Casey. And without them, we couldn't do what we do, and we appreciate them. That way we can always give back to the TWD family.
And where can they find us?
We are on Spotify, YouTube, and I can't read that if it says Instagram. It does.
And Facebook.
And we have a private Facebook group where we play our games and win prizes.
And why do people want to be Patreons, Dawn?
So they can, I know she asks me this all the time, puts me on the spot. So you can give back to the TWD community.
Yes. So we'll be giving away some stuff at the camp.
Maybe some events. Maybe for the Ones Who Live premiere.
Yeah.
Barb's going to do some trivia on Rick and Michonne, and we maybe just be giving away some camp events.
We may need to have Mr. Mick Grimes come on one of our Ones Who Live episodes.
Yes.
Have Mick talk about Rick.
Yes.
That would be fun. That would be like the night after one of the shows or something.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
do it Monday, so we watch it
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
There you go. There you go.
Maybe I can learn some lines from it.
Well, we love you guys.
Yes.
Well, you have a blessed night.
Love you, Mick. Hi. Good night, Deidre.
Good night. Love you.
Yeah.
Let me blow him a kiss.
Love you guys.
You got bad breath.
All right.
Oh,
Thanks
Lord,
everybody
look at
for
all that.
watching.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Aw.
Thanks everybody.
Y'all have a blessed night.